Hi guys, I just want to do a quick video here. If you've got aircon and when you switch it on and you got this horrible pongy smell, like a moldy smell coming out of it. Now basically there's a lot of videos on YouTube. I've seen loads of videos, but a lot of the videos they forget to mention one main thing, and a lot of people do complain afterwards. There's a lot of these out. You can get these from most car park places. Now basically what these are is aircon refresh. They come in all sorts of different names, but they're more or less the same thing. Basically all it is it's an aircon refresh, and what you do is you put your aircon on you put your aircon on max, put it on full fan speed, put it in recirculation, and then you push this in. This activates it. You put this in the passenger footwell, you exit the vehicle, and you just leave it running for 10 minutes. This will all disperse in about a minute. The can will totally empty, and then it kind of goes through your heating vents and back into the vehicle, back into your heating vents, back into the vehicle. It's on recirculation, so it goes in, out, in, out, in, out, and it kills all, as you can see here, antibacterial clean, kills all harmful contaminations and stuff like that. So after that you'll have nice fresh. But a lot of people, they use this. Now I've seen a lot of reviews, so people they'll buy this, they'll put in the footwell, they'll put the air conditioning on max, and set this off, exit the vehicle, leave this, leave it running in the vehicle for about 10 minutes, then come back in, and the vehicle will be smelling nice and fresh and lemon for a day, two, maybe a week. And then after that people start complaining, oh, these things are no good, I've got that pongy moldy smell coming back again. Now the reason for that is a lot of videos I watch, they don't mention the main thing. I mean, I've learned this, or this is something I've learned over years. There is a lot of people out there that do already know this, but basically if you're going to use one of these, make sure you change your cabin filter. It's called a cabin filter. Obviously it's inside the cabin. Mine is just here under the glove box. It's also called a pollen filter, cabin filter. It's the same thing. So if you want to go ahead and do it, make sure you change the pollen filter, because otherwise if you don't change the pollen filter and you just use this stuff, you'll be wasting your money. This thing won't do its job. Now basically the bad smells is inside the pollen filter, so obviously it's sucking in air and bringing it back out, and all the moisture gathers inside the filter. Now the filter is doing its job. Now if you don't change the filter, so it's basically just like if you've got really dirty smelly clothes on and you put loads of spray on it, you'll smell nice for maybe an hour or so, maybe even not even that. But after that, you're just masking the dirty smell, and basically it will come back. So that's exactly the same thing with this. Now people, if they're using this, they're following all the instructions and they don't change the air the cabin filter, the pollen filter, the smell will come back. Now I've never had a problem with using these. There's so many different ones, and you can get these from most car park places. So what I normally do is I always buy a good quality air filter. I mean, a lot of you will know MAN filters are very good. Now this filter I've got, it's actually a lot expensive. It actually eliminates a lot of the bacterial mold fungal layer it's got, so it's a bit more expensive, but it lasts a lot longer and it gives you more fresher and cleaner air in the vehicle, if you're spending a lot of time in the vehicle like I do. So what I always do is I always change the pollen filter. Now a lot of people will never even change the pollen filter. They'll always change the air filter in the cabin, in the engine bay, but never the pollen filter inside the cabin. Now like I said, going back to this, it's no point using this if you're not going to change the filter, because this, after a week your horrible smell will come back. So what I always do is I get a good quality cabin filter. I would go ahead normally and change that, which is just under the glove box. A lot of you, there's so many videos of what vehicle you want to do, and they're all normally under here. You can search on YouTube. And then what you do is you go ahead, replace the pollen filter first, then you want to use this. Then put your, switch your vehicle on, put your air conditioning on max, activate this, leave it in the vehicle, exit the vehicle, and then just let it run for 10 minutes or so, and then after that it's done, and that horrible smell will never come back. Basically, that's done its job, and you've got a nice, fresh pollen cabin filter as well. So remember guys, if you're going to use this, make sure you change the pollen filter before using this. So I recommend always buying these two together, buy your pollen filter and the aircon refresh at the same time. If you're just going to use that on its own, it ain't going to do it. It might be okay for a week, but you've just wasted your money. So always change the pollen filter and use the aircon at the same time, and I guarantee you will not get that smell coming back, because a lot of people do say, oh, I've used this stuff, they're rubbish, the smell does come back. That's because they never change the pollen filter, and a lot of them, the pongy moldy smell is in the filter. So remember guys, this just to share this quick tip with you. So when you're doing this, always change the filter as well, and then use this, and you will have a nice lemon fresh car every time you put your air conditioning on. Oh, it'll be smelling lovely, just like mine is. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for your time, and I hope you like this video. Thank you. Bye.